Hello, welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Let me cut this down right here. Today we're going over young children who birthed a baby. You would not believe some of these stories, but it's very important that we get the word out. We will speak for the children, although a lot of children may not be here today. There's a lot of other children that do get raped, even if they can't get impregnated. So we need to stand up for our children. And anybody who said, well, she was a slut or nothing, no 5, 6 year old is not a slut. All these other are not a slut. These are rapes. These are people that's violating children, all right? Get that thought out of your head if you got that thought. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips and balance in favor of fair use. So this is one of the little girl's pictures. This is her with her baby. Go ahead and play this part right here. Welcome to Child Abuse Awareness. I'm the host, Darlene J. Clark. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share. Shattered Innocent Survives is available at Amazon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share. Remember to speak up against child abuse. Please hit the thumbs up and hit the bell icon to be notified. So without further, I need to go ahead and do a couple Bible verses like I normally do. Remember, sometimes I had to go between 2 different places, restream and here. I ended up not liking restream because it kept deleting my videos I was doing. So I thought, well, what purpose? So Matthew 18, verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, he were drowned in the depths of the sea. So thank you so much for coming, Chris. Appreciate you so much. Okay, present the screen. Here is a story. We give credit where credit is due. This is the how stuff works. The shocking story of Lena Medina, who gave birth at age 5. Y'all see that? At age 5? I said, how's that? I'm sorry, I had to make it bigger. So, the shocking story, Elena Medina. Here she is right here, holding her baby, and that's in 1939. In 1939, a 5-year-old Peruvian girl from a poor Andean village was brought to a local hospital with concerns about swelling in her stomach. Lena was one of 9 children, and her parents feared that the growing bulge in her abdomen was a tumor, but it turned out to be something far more startling. After giving Lena a full examination, the doctor doctors delivered a shocking diagnosis. Lina was 7 months pregnant. On March 14th, 1939, Lina delivered a healthy 6-pound baby boy via cesarean section. She was exactly 5 years, 7 months, 21 days old, making her the youngest mother in recorded history. An extreme case of precocious puberty. It's an absolutely unbelievable story, but these things do happen, says Dr. Erica A. Euster, a pediatric endocrinologist and professor of pediatrics at the Indiana University School of Medicine. Lina represents an extreme case of a relatively common childhood condition called precocious puberty. Endocrinologists treat hormonal disorders, and pediatric endocrinologists like Euster frequently see patients who are exhibiting outward signs of puberty, breast development and menstruation in girls, enlarged genitals, and voice changes in boys at an early age. Doctors in the U.S. define precocious puberty as secondary sexual development that starts before the age of 8 for girls and the age of 9 for boys. African American children often start puberty a little earlier than white or Hispanic children. I did not know that. But a young girl entering puberty at 6 or 7, while unusual, is a far cry from a 5-year-old who has completed puberty, as was the astounding case with young Lina. Could that really happen? We do see that, but it's extraordinarily rare, says Euster. In the past 10 years, our hospital has diagnosed precocious puberty in 4 children ages 2 and under. Do what? Can you believe that? Age 2 and under? Man, I hope nobody messes and gets them pregnant as bad enough 5-year-old, right? Whoa. But nothing like this notorious case. One report claimed that Lina started menstruating at age 4. 8 months, sorry. At age 8 months. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sorry about that, people. That's the earliest case of precocious puberty on record. I've never seen anything like it. They're both reported around the world. Here's it with a little baby right there. Sorry, it's trying to break up. Lina Medina shown at the age of 7 or 8 with her son Gerardo. Five-and-a-half-year-old mother and baby reported doing well. It sounds like a tabloid headline you'd read today in the grocery store checkout line. But that was a front page story in the Los Angeles Times. On May the 16th, 1939, according to Snopes, the news was as shocking then as it is now. But it wasn't a hoax. The remarkable and troubling case of Lina Medina was confirmed by medical authorities in Peru, notably Edmundo Escamel, a respected doctor, researcher, and a member of the French Academy of Sciences, and the physician who first saw Medina in the town of Pisco, Dr. Gerardo Lozado, reported the case of the Academy to the Academy of Medicine in the capital city of Lima. That's where she got the baby's name. She named him after this doctor that delivered, which you'll see in a few minutes. I think there's very good documentation, said Euster. There are published reports referring to it, so I don't doubt it, but that's the only case of its kind that I'm aware of. Escamel sent dispatches about Medina's case to La Presse Médicale, a French medical journal, including a grainy image of the pregnant 5-year-old, noting that she had fully developed breasts. The New York Times reported in November 1939 that the Assistant Surgeon General of the U.S. Public Health Service examined Medina while in Peru, and there was no doubt of the authenticity of the case, which he described as the most amazing thing in his career as a physician. He added that the little girl was more interested in playing with her doll than in her child. Of course, she's still a child, right? She don't really have the motherly instincts. Hold on a second. I gotta get me something to drink. Ooh, that pollen's really bad out there today. So it said the difficult question, who was the father? Esquivel and the others generally pressed Medina to identify the father of the baby, but she couldn't give precise responses. Wrote Esquivel. According to Snopes, Selena's own father was briefly detained on suspicions of incest, but was released. He strongly denied the allegations. The family returned to their village and tried to avoid the press and medical authorities. An American child psychologist did get to examine Lena briefly 2 years later. Lena is about normal in intelligence, and the baby, a boy, is perfectly normal and is physically better developed than the average mestiza Spanish Indian child, wrote the psychologist identified by the New York Times as Mrs. Polk Kozak. She thinks of the child as a baby brother, and so do the rest of the family. Lena named her son Gerardo after the physician who attended to her in Pisco. According to some accounts, Gerardo didn't learn that Medina was his mother until he was 10 years old. The photo of Lena Medina was taken when she was 33 and working as a secretary in 1967. As she grew older, Medina repeatedly rejected interview requests. As an adult, she worked as a secretary for Lozada, who had delivered her baby. She eventually married and welcomed a second child in 72, 33 years after Gerardo was born. Sadly, Gerardo died in 1979 at age 40 from bone cancer. According to a 2002 Reuters article, Medina and her husband were living in a rundown neighborhood in Lima at the time called Little Chicago. It's unclear whether she is still alive today. What could have caused Lena's condition? Most cases of precocious puberty are idiopathic, says Euster, meaning that there's no known cause. But rare cases of extremely early onset puberty have been linked to a benign brain tumor known as hypothalamic hamartoma. Hamartoma. This type of tumor grows on the hypothalamus, a section of the brain that controls the pituitary gland, the organ responsible for producing and releasing a wide range of hormones, including those that regulate sexual development. While none of Lena's physicians mentioned such a tumor, Esquivel did conclude that her condition was caused by pituitary disorder. Today, children with symptoms of precocious puberty are commonly treated with synthetic hormones that can slow or halt the progress of puberty until the child is older, says Euster. If the cause is determined to be hypothalamic hamartoma, the tumor can be removed with minimal invasive laser surgery. Now that's sad. Lena was clearly a victim of sexual abuse. Sadly, research has shown that childhood sexual abuse is also tied to early onset of puberty. I know that, thank God that mine was halted because of a lot of that, which was good. So it can go either way when you're essayed. Here's the list. Cases age by mother. Here we go. Gonna give credit to Bionity, BIONITY.com. Cases by the age of mother. Age 5. In 1939, Lena Medina of Peronge, Peru, gave birth to a 5.9-pound Gerardo by cesarean section on May the 14th, 1939, in Lima, at the age of 5 years, 7 months, and 21 days. Her parents, who assumed their daughter had a tumor, took her to a hospital where she was determined to be 7 months pregnant. Although Medina's father was arrested on suspicion of rape, he was later released due to a lack of evidence, and the identity of who impregnated Medina was never uncovered. The reason for her precocious fertility was cited to not lie in the ovaries themselves, but to must have stemmed from an extraordinary hormonal disorder of pituitary origin. And some of y'all might say, well, why did the father run away? All this attention is being given to the daughter, the fever about her getting puberty too early in her life, right? And so all these people wants to do things and question them and all this kind of stuff. And he probably wanted to keep his daughter safe from all that extra stuff that was going on. I don't know whether he was the perpetrator. I don't know, but whoever did it, God knows. Okay, put it there. At age 8, a girl from Huánuco, Peru, gave birth to a baby weighing 4 pounds by cesarean section at a hospital in Lima in December 2006. Her ninth birthday occurred a couple of days later. She became pregnant after being raped by 2 of her cousins. Boy, that's in 2006 at age 8. Age 9, in 1957, Hilda Trudelo gave birth to a girl weighing over 6 pounds at a hospital in Lima, Peru in December 1957. Her 22-year-old cousin, who was staying in her family's one-room house at the time, was arrested for rape. Yeah, I think I've heard about that one. In 2004, a Singaporean girl gave birth to a boy in 2004 after being impregnated by a fellow student at her school. Her mother initially thought she had a urinary tract infection, but upon taking her to the doctor, learned she was already 6 months pregnant. The baby was given up for adoption. That was age 9. But Hilda Trujillo, this Singaporean girl. 2005, a girl gave birth to a baby boy by cesarean section at a hospital in Butare, Rwanda in December 2005. The girl, who underwent breast development at age 6 and menarche at age 8, became pregnant after being raped by her family's domestic servant. Let's see what that is, okay? Hold on a minute. It's the first menstrual period or first menstrual bleeding in the females of human beings. From both social and medical perspective, it is often considered the central event of female puberty, as it signals the possibility of fertility. Poor kid. These poor kids, right? So then we go. So it said at age 8, she became pregnant after being raped by family's domestic servant. In 2006, a girl of the Aporina, an indigenous people from the Amazon rainforest in Brazil, gave birth to a baby girl weighing 4.8 pounds by cesarean section at a hospital in Manaus in July 2006. Police are investigating the case. This goes to show, this goes on a lot more than people realize about children being raped. Look at these that actually had babies from it. See, this goes on a lot more than you even realize. Okay. 2007, a girl from La Esperanza in Buca, Honduras, gave birth to a baby girl by cesarean section in May 2007 after being raped by her father, age 10. In 1834, Sally DeWeese of Butler County, Kentucky, was reported by Dr. D. Rowlett to have delivered a baby girl weighing 7.75 pounds. Weighing 7.75, pounds on April 20th, 1834. DeWeese allegedly developed breasts within weeks of birth and began menstruating at 12 months. Wow. In 2000, a girl from Bolivia gave birth to a baby girl weighing 5.5 pounds by cesarean section at a hospital in Parque Petros, Buenos Aires, Argentina on September 25th. A 28-year-old was arrested on a charge of rape. 2005, a girl from Calama, Chile, gave birth to a baby boy by cesarean section at a hospital in Antofagasta. On April the 13th, 2005, the child became pregnant after being raped by her father at age 9. Her parents, who both came from Bolivia, were jailed. In 2005, a girl gave birth to a baby girl at a hospital in Sion, Switzerland in August 2005. She had immigrated to Switzerland from Cameroon with her siblings when her mother married a Swiss citizen. A 68-year-old man who was in a relationship with her mother admitted to having molested the girl, but the DNA test found that he was not the father of the girl's child. So somebody else raped her. In 2006, a girl in Abbeville, South Carolina, gave birth by cesarean section. She was 10 years old, remember, after having been raped by then 26-year-old William Edward Ronca. Ronca admitted to having molested the girl over a 2-year period and was sentenced to 25 years in prison as a result. The baby was given up for adoption. In 2006, a girl from Charleroi, Belgium, gave birth in 2006. After the child began gaining weight, her mother put her on a diet. But when the girl visited a doctor, it was discovered that she was 9 months pregnant. The father was a then 13-year-old boy who attended the same girl school as a girl. News of the birth did not become publicly known until 2007. In 2006, a girl from Gerald de Progreso, Guanajuato, Mexico, gave birth naturally to a baby girl weighing 5 pounds on April the 3rd, 2006. She became pregnant after being raped by a 47-year-old neighbor who was sentenced to 11 years, 6 months in prison for the crime. In 2007, a girl from San Lorenzo, Cacotepec, I don't know how to say that next word, Mexico, gave birth to a baby boy on July the 2nd, 2007. Her pregnancy was a result of a rape committed by the 65-year-old landlord of the house which her parents rented. The man was jailed. Thank you so much for y'all caring enough about your kids and getting these people arrested. Age 11. In 1972, a girl gave birth at the age of 11 years old, 11 years, 10 months at Royal Buckinghamshire Hospital in Aylesbury, England. The father was a young girl's stepbrother. In 2002, a girl from Bridgeport, Connecticut gave birth after being raped by a 75-year-old man who was arrested on April 17, 2002. 75-year-old man, and this was how old was she again? 11-year-old girl. In 2004, a girl gave birth to a baby boy weighing 8 pounds, 8.4 pounds, at a hospital in Kharkiv, Ukraine, in January 2004. The girl, who is currently the youngest mother in Ukraine, is suspected to have been impregnated by a 26-year-old neighbor who fled in the fear of facing prosecution. In 2005, a girl gave birth to a boy in Moscow, Russia, after she was impregnated by her 14-year-old boyfriend. In 2006, an African girl gave birth to a baby boy at a hospital in West London, UK, on May the 5th, 2006. A 37-year-old man was arrested. In 2007, a girl from Bahela Park, Cape Town, South Africa, gave birth to a baby boy on July the 12th, 2007. An elderly security guard was arrested in connection with rape. The mother will be allowed to visit her child once a month at the hospital. Wow. And these are the different links where they got the information from. So the Times of India, different, some of it sexual abuse. Um, but let me go to the next one right here. Pregnancy before 16 increases long term health complications for girls and babies. I want y'all to know that, which you can't expect that. Look at what this guy says. He said Florida man accused of impregnating a 13-year-old girl says voodoo made him do it. Can y'all believe that? That voodoo made him do it? It's sickening, ain't it? So this is in West Palm Beach, Florida. And let's see, December 27th, 2022. A man accused of raping a young girl and getting her pregnant allegedly told police that voodoo caused him to have sex with a child. Can y'all believe that? Officers with the West Palm Beach Police Department arrested Gene Innocent. Well, you got a name named Innocent when you're complete. What an oxymoron, right? Gene Innocent on December the 19th, after a 13-year-old girl was taken to the hospital with abdominal pains that further testing revealed was a pregnant, according to a probable cause affidavit filed in the case. You sorry piece of crap, okay? You sorry piece of crap. The victim told police that Innocent had sex with her approximately 4 times since 2020 and described the abuse to officers. In the affidavit, officers said the victim held a one party consent controlled call to Innocent, where she told him that she had been throwing up and that the hospital was planning to give her a pregnancy test. On the phone, Innocent allegedly coached the girl to lie about a relationship with a fictitious boy, saying that if she tells the truth, he could go to jail. Well, you deserve to go to jail, huh? Police said during an interview with it after his arrest, Innocent told officers he believes voodoo caused him to have sexual intercourse with the victim. He knew about it, okay, but so he told her to lie about who the father was. Of course, he didn't want to go to court. So Innocent faces a number of charges, including impregnation of a child and sexual battery with a child. I think it should be more than sexual battery. It should be rape, several different rapes, at least 4 different times. So anyway, I wanted to get this out. And Friday, our special guest will be Charles Rogers. We will be going over, let me see the name of it. Let me get past this again. Hold on, sorry. Suspicions and speculations about John Ramsey. He will come in and he will answer questions. It's going to be at 12:05 um, Central Time Zone. So without further ado, I hope that y'all come in here. Hi there, good to see you, Jonna. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless. And remember to keep the word out. We got to be hyper vigilant for our children. God bless each and every one of y'all. And please, if y'all want to ask Charles a question, make sure you come in here during the live recording, where then he might be able to have the time to answer the questions. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless you.